back to my channel. My name is Nikki and welcome back to Wolfquest, where we are here with Kindle in her Floodwater pack, and we've got so many babies around. Hello everyone. So it looks like Water Lily is hanging out with Brooke and Pearl. We have Captain, Kyrie, and Namira here with us. Oh, Captain, you just curled up in a little ball. You're so cute. And let's go ahead and actually take a look at them here as well. So we do have, I don't know how Captain's done it, but he's already 6 pounds. That's a little wild. I feel like Captain is going to be a very big boy like his dad. And it looks like Namira and Kyrie, Namira and Pearl are our smallest. Pearl is 4.6, but we didn't actually get to take a look at them before they ate their food, so we're not quite sure of a runt just yet. We're gonna have to wait and see. Now if we take a look at our map here, our territory is looking pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. I would like to maybe take these 2 hexes right here, but we've got lots of energy. Our tummies are pretty full, so I say why don't we go ahead and go to one of the hexes that's a little bit closer to us to the north, and maybe see if we can just happen upon a little bit of food. Our adults aren't even super hungry either, so I think we'll go ahead and wolf these pups in. We'll see if this new litter decides that they're gonna respect their mom at all. Go on, little ones. They haven't quite had the experience that the other pups have had yet, so maybe these pups will listen to us. We'll have to see. Hi, River. How are you, darling? Thank you so much for popping by. Now that the pups are all inside, we'll see who wants to come with us. I'm assuming because they're all yearlings, they might wanna come. Maybe Cattail is going to stay behind. Oh, and possibly River as well. Okay, we'll have to see. Oh, they're already howling for us. My goodness. Maybe they're calling out to mom saying, "We got this. We'll watch the pups. You don't gotta worry." That's really sweet. And we can see our P spots on the map now, which is actually pretty fun. I do like to put our scent posts more in the center of hexes when we can, because it helps if you're there is elk nearby. It helps if your pack members go out on a hunting excursion or a territory marking. They always want to go to the scent post. So if you put them on the very, very edge and their pathfinding takes them a super long time to get to a really far hex, they're going to be out for far longer and not get quite as much done. So, little tip for y'all. Now, do we know this carcass? We don't. Kind of curious about it. There are some dispersals nearby. Let's go ahead and discover this den as well. Oh yeah, we've got very strong elk scent coming from that direction, and it's kind of splitting with where the carcass is. We might be getting close to it though, so let's keep going. Oh, and that sounds like, yeah, there's an elk herd just to our left. And I don't see the carcass, so that's perfectly fine. I would love to get a hunt done now with our yearlings in their fresh yearling bodies. So let's make sure that we can turn these elk where we want them. We're in early spring, so I think... Oh, Willow, why are you getting an injury back there? I think these elk are pregnant? Would they be pregnant at the moment? I think that might be how it works, because they haven't dropped their fawns yet. Ooh, this elk is already at half, which is amazing. I would like to stay on this one, I think. Willow is going for it. Good job, girly. everyone's gonna get a little discombobulated here. Watch out for tramples. And where are we headed? Okay. Well, that's fine. If we can keep this one in place, I will be happy about that. We do have a minor injury, unfortunately. Good job, Water Lily. And now Kindle is really going to see what having her children join her in a hunt is really gonna be about. They've had quite a bit of time to practice their skills. They got really, really good at it, and now they can officially be really effective members of the pack. And you know, hi Ravens, you guys look really cool. Oh, we scared them off, or Pilot did. But I mean, they were so good at hunting in their young hunter phase, that it's almost like we... Oh, Pearl, you're sick already. Yeah, it was almost like we had full-fledged pack members even during young hunters because of how skilled they were. So let's go ahead and get back to it. We actually didn't even get to mark those hexes, but that's okay because we were able to take down a carcass really close to the pups, so we'll go ahead and take that as a win. We can always worry about territory another day. Unfortunately, I was hoping to stay on top of our sleep meter and get an extra sleep, but it does look like... Oh, River chasing a bunny at the den. It does look like we're going to have to use some of that sleep meter to get a cooldown with Pearl because she is already not feeling good. Poor thing. We do have pup sickness on. I usually always play with pup sickness, so there is a real possibility of Pearl not making it. I don't think it's a very good sign that she is so sick right at the start of everything here. And poor Kindle, you know, I wonder with everything that she's kind of going through, knowing the wolf that she is, and kind of a little bit of the journey that she's going on. Oh, you know what? I just remembered. Every time your pups get sick, you get attacked. So we're gonna go ahead and woof Pearl back in, I think. Yeah, Brooke, you were the one who made me think of it because you're so far away. But yeah, given where Kindle is at as far as kind of trying to understand everything that she is feeling at the moment. Brooke, are you gonna be the new River, Brooke? You might be. I think that, you know, she might think of her pups as a little bit of a burden when they are this young. We've seen this in the past when you know, her pups don't listen to her when something really bad is happening, and she just doesn't understand that they're pups and they don't think the way that she does, and if they don't think the way that she does, they could at least follow directions. And I think with her personality, given how strong she wants to be and kind of controlling she is, I mean, you know, she's got a lot of thoughts on the matter and how she thinks that she should raise her pack. I almost wonder if she feels held back by the pups. And now, you know, she's got her little one who's sick right off the jump, and in her mind, I think that she's probably thinking that this pup is kind of doomed. You know, she does want to stay here and put in the work to try to help make her feel better. But Kindle's a really honest wolf, and you know, when we're talking about these real feelings that, you know, she's going through, I think that it you know, is reasonable to say that she does think about these pups as a little bit of a burden, as a little bit of holding her back, because she just wishes that they were big and strong, and she is slowly learning that she has to raise them up to that. I mean, she grew up in a pack, she knew how it was, but she didn't have the responsibility that Timber and Nisha had, where they were the ones responsible. She was a pup, she grew up, and she was, you know, really strong and gifted from the get-go, and raising the other pups was kind of somebody else's responsibility. You know, she always had her head kind of turned out towards the forest while the pups were playing, thinking about all of the things that she wanted to do. And she did help raise Soul and Soot, and that slowly kind of opened her mind to the idea of wanting to have a pack one day. But I think that her idea of a pack at that time was a little bit of a means to an end, where, hey, I could go off, I could do this all myself, I don't have to be under anyone's kind of control or you know, anybody else's leadership. I can be my own pack leader. And that was kind of her thoughts in doing that. You know, she raised Soul and Soot, you know, while Nisha was out, and it gave her good practice, but I think it also put her head in a little bit of a different spot than where Nisha's was, because Nisha, her mom, was extremely caring for her family. Family bonds was Nisha's biggest like life lesson that she really wanted to pass on to all of her kids. And I think Kindle maybe missed out on that a little bit. Her and Nisha, they had a lot of disagreements with each other, and Kindle has always been headstrong. You know, we've seen that. We've seen them growling at each other in the background, you know, and she would have spent quite a bit of time with Nisha at the den, and Nisha even felt comfortable leaving Kindle to watch Soul and Soot while their big sister kind of raised them. And, you know, I've always said I think we saw a lot of Soul and Soot's the reason that their personalities are the way that they are is, you know, I definitely think Kindle had a little bit of an influence in them, because she spent so much time with them. Soot really took her strong personality and loves to fight other wolves, and he's a little bit of a grumpy guy. And Soul is definitely an absolute sweetheart, but he took more of Nisha's side of things, where he really wants to defend his family, and he's a strong fighter, but he has a little bit more compassion, I would say. Let's go ahead and get these guys a little bit more food. Oh, Pilot, you almost look like a cougar laying there for a second. You've got the right colors for it. But all that being said, I think Kindle is slowly kind of warming up to her pups. She definitely connects with them a little bit more when they're older. I think they're a little bit more of a frustration when they are this small. And then of course we've got little Pearl, who is not feeling good right now, and I have to wonder how much faith Kindle really puts in Pearl. So we'll have to see where that ends up. We're probably going to need to wolf these pups into the den pretty immediately. I feel like this is the first time I've had a pup get sick and not be immediately attacked, but it might just be because we weren't at the den when she got sick. Alright. Well, not getting immediately attacked today. So let's go ahead and whine the pups back out and actually bring Pearl over to this food right here. don't see anything too crazy on the wind, thankfully. I think we will put them back and go ahead and stop by that carcass. And I think we're definitely going to need to go north at some point. We may be getting into the time of year where the pack is just going to be pretty tired, and yeah, that might just be how it needs to be. Hello, Cattail. Nice to see you. Cattail always seems to be as far away as she can be, and it looks like Willow, I don't know why, but she's been kind of sticking out to me as really being near the pups quite a bit, so that's really sweet. And River actually stayed back with them too. I think the pups probably fascinate River a little bit more, because River's personality, I mean, she is so headstrong. I would say even more reckless than her mom probably was at her age. And obviously pups are, you know, silly little things who don't know anything about the world. So if River says, hey, let's do this, the pups are more than likely to oblige. So I imagine River enjoys these pups quite a bit, if I'm honest. Brooke, I am going to put you, hi Captain, put you a little bit closer to the den. We are actually needing to spend just a little bit more time with Pearl before we take off, and I'd like to... Okay, we've done what we can for now for Pearl. So we're gonna woof everybody back in. I wonder if Kindle kind of holds Captain in pretty high regards too, because he is the biggest wolf of the pup of the litter. And yeah, I do think Kindle is a little bit critical of her pups and kind of picking them out, trying to think of like, okay, which one of these is gonna last? Which pup can I depend on? And yeah, she might be looking at Captain with some pretty high expectations, mainly due to his size. Oh, Kindle, you have so much to learn, my dear. I want so badly for her to change her mindset on things. But we'll have to see how it goes. Now we are pilots going after the bear cubs again. Oh my goodness. No, don't hit Water Lily. Okay, Water Lily, are you okay? She did actually get hit by that. Oh, Water Lily got hit again. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, Water Lily, we need to pull off. Water Lily, you need to go home. You're at 13. And she's got a major and minor injury. Oh my goodness. Alright, and Pearl's down to 67 at the moment. Everybody else was fine, but Water Lily really took the brunt of that. Alright, let's try this again. We are getting some fear in these bears. Okay, watch out, Pilot. River's on the cub. You guys can bite the cubs. We just need to control Mom and make sure that she doesn't turn around and get after them because they're biting the cubs. Oh, watch out. You need to get out of here, Mama. Okay, there we go. Gosh, poor Water Lily. She's really gonna need to watch out. Let's go ahead and how hungry is Water Lily? Yeah, we should do a double howl. I just don't want Water Lily to like run through the bears and then get attacked, but hopefully she can manage that. But oh my goodness, yeah, see Kindle, she is at least starting to, oh thank goodness they're coming from that direction. She's at least starting to recognize when a situation is probably too much for her pups. That's probably as far as I will say Kindle has really gotten in some of the things that she's been struggling with. And we saw evidence of that when the when that pack attacked us and she just booked it out of there and tried to show her kids the way out and fell down the mountain. And so I feel pretty confident in saying she can at least understand a situation well enough to be able to pull her pride aside a little bit and to walk away from certain things. Oh, Water Lily. She still ends up going head first into a lot of things and getting her pack into a little bit of trouble, but she is learning how to navigate that a little bit better. Oh, Kindle. So at least some progress is being made on that front, I will say. But now with these new little ones and her pack members with her, I think that having the new little ones at the den is kind of bringing forward a little feelings that are, I think, uncomfortable to talk about, but I think that they're real, and I think that they're real for Kindle, and you know, I'm very interested in seeing what it's really like to explore that and to be honest about it, you know, and not pretend that Kindle is having this wonderful, loving relationship with her pups, because I think it's more deep than that. It's more complicated than that. So we are unfortunately being raided, and it's gonna be, of course, by Grassy Creek, who are very, very strong in their territory right now. Our territory is not very wide, so we can't really afford to lose many hexes. However, I do think that Kindle has gained enough experience as a pack leader now, having to spend so much time in recovery just based on all of the ambitions that she's always trying to get up to. She has learned in that year that going too far too fast is recipe for disaster. So we are not going to deal with that pack invasion. We are going to recognize that that is too much for our pack to handle right now, and try to think about poor Pearl, and you know, if we can get her better, what is that going to mean? That's going to be a lot, because that's going to be in Kindle's mind another force to be reckoned with. So let's just spend a little bit of time here. We're trying to get our affinity up. One thing that I've really noticed about Kindle's pack is that they don't they struggle with affinity pretty often. Their bonds are definitely not as close as they were in the wildfire pack, and you know, she's got wolves that she definitely struggles getting along with sometimes. So there's definitely some relationships that need mending and need work, but we've got time to do that, thankfully. Poor Pilot is also pretty hurt at the moment. Does anybody else have big injuries? I mean, Kindle has one. Poor Pilot. Yeah, he's down to 67, but he does have plenty of food. So we also have a meat chunk here as well. So I think with that, we are probably ready for a sleep. I'm a little bit dubious about it. We didn't even check on Pearl's health. I don't think that's really something that Kindle is going to be paying too close attention to. Because I think in Kindle's mind, if Pearl's going to make it, she's going to make it. And if she doesn't, she doesn't. But she's not cold-hearted in the fact that she doesn't want her, you know, she doesn't want to put in the work. Cache Creek, interesting. That she doesn't want to put in the work to try to help her pup feel better. I mean, she is sad that they are not feeling well and they're, you know, hurting at this time. Mira, come on. You guys are wandering. And we have a sick pup, which means I just feel like we should be due for a predator attack at any time. So I'm, you know, trying to talk, but also I'm a little bit worried about it, but we seem to be okay. I think Kindle's gonna do a good sniff on Pearl, really trying to figure out what's going on, because she would have expected her to pass by now, if we're honest. So she's gonna do a little bit of inspection on Pearl, and you know, she is holding on to that 38% health. So you know, I think Kindle's probably thinking that Pearl may make it, so she's gonna feel confidence enough. Hi Willow, feel confidence enough to go ahead and go out. And I think that means going north. So we're gonna pick up Pearl, ask her to go in the den. Now that everybody is eaten. Oh my gosh, Captain. Since when do these little pups wander so far? We're gonna get one taken by a predator, I know it. Go on, Captain. Go on. These pups don't listen, I tell ya. You're raising headstrong wolves, Kindle. Very, very headstrong. And it's gonna come back to bite you. Alright, there is definitely elk over in this direction, which is great, but I think we need to use our energy for the moment. And if the wind stays where it's at, maybe we can try to catch them on the way back. There's apparently still a carcass over in this direction, which is pretty surprising, but we need to mark some territory. Looks like we've got River, Willow, okay, everybody's with us, so then that means the pups are going to... Oh, River's darting forward. The pups are going to lose their affinity pretty darn quickly. We've got lots of elk scent in this area, so I think we chose a pretty great spot to den, which is awesome. They all seem to be coming from the west. So let's go north. Let's mark these territories and see if we can get a little bit more food. All right, no food to be had up north, but we did go ahead and find a frisbee for the pups, so that's pretty fun. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Oh, poor water lily. She is excited about the frisbee, though. Good job, girly. I think she approves. She is pretty itchy, though. I think with how often we're sending these pups in the den and not really spending too much time with them. Oh my goodness, how cute. I wish I could pup cam with her. Let's maybe see if we can get an okay picture. But yeah, we're definitely going to be struggling with fleas this year, I think. But I'm glad to see water lilies feeling okay enough to play. Goodness. Alright, let's go ahead and check on Pearl. Well, she's only down to 30. I do think she has a pretty good chance of surviving this sickness, but I think we're going to have to find out next time. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. I know it was a pretty talky one. We've got a lot going on with Kindle so far, but leave a like on the video if you did enjoy. Subscribe to the channel if you want to know when I post, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.